Hello, everyone. Welcome to AI Dungeon Crawlers. Today is Friday, October 29th, 2021, and welcome to the dungeon, where the five of us traverse the treacherous mind of a sinister AI, programmed with the insights of 10,000 authors, throwing non-Euclidean space at our every turn as we struggle to make the next greatest surrealist horror since Pan decided he was going to go open concept with his next place. Just a friendly reminder, if you link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, you unlock Twitch Prime, which gives you one free subscription to any channel on the platform per month. We would love it if you used it here. We also have a tip jar down below if you feel so inclined, but if you really want to support the show, be sure to share it with friends and family. Follow us on Instagram, as well as like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. It's a huge help. It's easy to lose your way, so we got help. I got here the Big Book of Nostradamus. It's back there somewhere. It's enormous. You can't miss it. Here are a couple of quotes. The young lion will overcome the older one on the a field of combat in single battle. He will pierce his eyes through a golden cage. 2 wounds made one. Then he dies a cruel death. Pierced eyes? That's just like you losing your voice, Jesse. It's you. Think about it, everybody. What is a voice but the eyes of the mouth? Playing our protagonist tonight, and I'll be doing all of the reading. It's Jesse Beam. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Oh, I'm good, Jack. It's so good to see you. Wow, I'm so proud of you. That's what he's saying with all of the coughs, obviously. You're so talented. I'm so glad that you're here talking for me. God, Jesse, you should really stop. You're going to hurt yourself doing this. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
The great fish will come
Jack,
to complain.
just to be really clear.
What's up?
You're reading tonight, the protagonist.
Yes. So to be clear, I'm reading the protagonist's text.
Okay.
I'm going to play the protagonist, but Jesse's going to be our typist, our silent author.
Because I actually am sick. This isn't just a bit.
No,
Would have
it's
been
not just
cool
a
if
bit.
you introduced him as, like, he's going to read the protagonist stuff, then you just take over.
And then just never say it again.
Yeah, cool.
Never
Cool's a
address
word
why.
for that. Cool's a...
Cool's certainly a choice. The great fish will come to complain and weep for having chosen deceived concerning his age. He will hardly want to remain with them. He will be deceived by those speaking his own tongue. And boy, will that fish's tongue speak, because he's narrating tonight. It's you, Eric. You're the fish. You're the fish.
Oh,
it's
God.
our narrator,
Whoa,
Eric
whoa.
Lehman.
I'm a
Hey.
fit, yeah.
Hey.
I am scaly,
You did it.
and I've learned never trust those flicky bastards.
Eric, if you were a monster, what would you be?
Oh, man, that's a hard question, Jack. There's a lot of monsters out there.
I
You gotta have a
know.
tender answer. It fits the music.
Yeah. Okay.
Ever since I was a young boy, I've just always liked whirlpools, and I don't know. I want to be Charybdis and suck in ships. I don't know. Like, what the hell, Jack?
What? All right.
I like being part of a difficult choice. What can I say? And ooh, was it a hard choice to find a drink today? Nice
Oh,
segue,
yeah.
Eric.
That was a good one. Good. Well,
So
you're
I
a
have the
fish, a real fish of the segues.
I've got the most mysterious of all drinks, sherry.
Ah.
And no, it's not because I'm tired of having it in my
My
larder
liquor
after.
cabinet? No.
No, got it, not at all. So anyways, I thought for a drinking game today, in true fashion of fantastique horror, we drink any time we come across something that makes us go, huh.
Great. Classic. Very French.
Oh? Why is that fish not trusting the other fish? You think they
I
would
do
be
not
together?
understand.
Whatever. Different flips for different fins. I don't know. Go on, Jack.
All
Don't
right.
make
I'm
me
about
talk
to. You
anymore.
just kept going.
You shut up.
From the enslaved populace, songs, chants, and demands, while princes and lords are held captive in prisons. These will be in the future by headless idiots, be received as divine prayers. Slaves? Noah, they're talking about you. Now get drawing. It's our illustrator, everybody. Noah Schaefer. Hey. Noah, if you were a monster, what would you be?
That is a very good question. A very good question indeed. And now that depends, because it's all dependent on what we define as a monster, and how we would define a monster. If we're going with something that is pre-established, I would genuinely say if I could be the Invisible Man, but that depends on if you count that as a monster.
That's a monster. It's a scary,
Depends on what you
scary
do with that
individual.
invisibility.
Ah, see. But no, I've always been a fan of the Invisible Man. And I've always liked that kind of idea. So I was like, oh, that'd be a fun.
All right, I'm
monster.
into that. That's cool.
Be interesting. If not that, if someone wants to be like, but that's just an invisible man. That's no monster. I'd probably be the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right. I love it. Covering all your bases just in case the genie that asks you what monster you want to be says, I'm not counting this one. Buster."
Exactly.
Look,
exactly.
you better be groping a lot of people if you.
Letters are found in the queen's chests. No signature and no name of the author. The ruse will conceal the authors so that they do not know who the lover is. Don't know who the lover is? Why, he could be anybody. And Paul will be playing everybody. Paul, have you been stuffing the queen's chest? It's our guest star.
Be sure to define that further, and I'll be able to give
You
you
didn't read that one
an
out loud
answer.
before you said it, did you?
No, I didn't. I said
It's
it.
been a
and I was
long
like,
time coming. We need to come clean with this.
Some jokes look great on the page.
They sure do. And you know what? When I'm looking at it, oh, it's pretty good. It's tight. Kind of makes me chuckle. Saying it out loud. Sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. Paul, if you were a monster, what would you be?
Oh, man. Man, you always hit me with the tough questions that no one's had to answer beforehand, so I had no time to think about
No
this.
time to prep for this one.
I would say one of the monsters from The Mist, Frank Darabont's classic, but I'd like to be just a normal human that just walks out of it, but everyone's equally terrified as me as like one of the bugs or whatever.
Isn't that the Langoliers? Is that the Mist?
I think so.
Where they're
No,
eating
the
the
Langoliers
past.
eat yesterday, Jack.
Yeah, they eat the past.
The mist
and-
is just mist that kills people.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought
There's a
the
bunch
Mist
of actually this is
harbored the
spoiler
Langoliers.
territory. I'd be a werewolf because I've got hair.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a spoiler. For
Man
Paul.
knows what he likes.
through the fall of two bastard creatures, the nephew of the blood will occupy the throne. So here I am, slumped in a throne, your favorite bastard with my 88 mouths that can't scream.
Ugh.
Happy
Yeah.
Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. Happy Halloween, my friends. Today we're doing
What a time.
some
What a
The end of our-
surrealist horror. We're
Surrealist
stretching our I don't know, stretching our unknowable fingertips into the wings of the annals of history and space and
Well,
time itself.
Get your
I
fingers
can't
out
speak
of
for
those
all of
annals.
us. My fingertips are pretty damn knowable.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Well-
read, shall we, my friends? Let's dive into this strange world in front of us.
Why don't you give us a charming, I don't know, Tim Burton-y intro, Jack? Mundanity is a town in the 1930s English countryside where mysterious and horrific events happen. It is in and around the town of Mundanity there are many supernatural beings always at work, their motives shrouded in mystery. Feared and respected by the populace, the people have no choice but to dance to these beings' ephemeral whims. Life there is to be lost in a miasmic drift, but sometimes the tragedy is too great, and someone tries to conceive the incomprehensible. You are a paperboy by the name of Pete Parsons, a young man clearly older than a teenager in the early 20th century. The world is a strange and often horror-filled place, as we all know, and while stuff like this isn't supposed to happen to a boy of your age and class, it still somehow doesn't surprise you that in this very area, near an English country town, and at the moment when you spread papers about the possible end of the world, the appearances of creatures and demons do begin to take place. At first, it seems like no more than a bother, with an ogre that can somehow knock on the front door and unearthly sounds being heard from places they shouldn't be. But as the days pass, and you notice that the sun is setting earlier than it should, and that the people have a frightened and furtive look in their eyes, you know something terrible and incomprehensible is going on all around you. It is a Thursday morning, and you are just finishing your daily paper route. You philander your way back home, deciding to cut across McGregor's field. You trudge across the field when you find yourself walking along the path by a riverbank with a foreboding sense of dread. In the distance, you notice a hanging willow tree with a wicker basket hanging from one of the branches. Narrator wants a drink.
Oh, right. Yes, I understand.
That's a thing.
Wicker basket on a branch.
That's usually
Solid
there.
huh. Well hung.
Yeah, well, Hud. You are compelled to investigate, so you make your way towards it. Although every fiber of your being is telling you not to.
Every fiber of your being is also telling you to do something stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Suspiciously far too many fireflies surrounding the streets.
What does that mean?
Those crafty bastards.
Crafty firefly bastards.
You walk slowly towards the wicker basket hanging from the branch. Looking around you nervously. You slowly approach the wicker basket and look inside. Inside, you find a small creature with large eyes, almost like a baby. It appears to be brandishing a small wooden rattle. Startled by your presence, it stops rattling its rattle.
Hello.
You say to the creature in the basket. The creature looks at you, then opens its mouth and begins to scream. Oh my god, it's a 20-year-old man.
A 20-year-old man baby in this basket.
Basket. Huh.
Drink for a everybody. Delightful, strange, whimsical, very Tim Burton.
Oh my goodness. So we found a branch baby.
We found a branch baby.
Who
As one does.
We'll name him Bramble. I think he's adorable and very small.
I don't know. Is this supernatural? We don't know.
No, or is it just like an actual baby? It says it
Someone
look a
just
small
abandoned
creature
a
with
child
large
on a
eyes,
tree.
almost like a baby. But like, what are we? 23 in the 30s? Maybe we don't know what a baby looks like.
Large eyes is codified as baby. This thing could be as old as... We haven't asked it yet.
No, that's true. We could.
Big Mitch 00014 says, "If only it wasn't Thursday."
Damn it.
Damn it.
We got some text.
You fall backwards in shock at the creature's as the creature's mouth opens wider and wider, and its scream becomes louder. Out of its mouth pour thousands upon thousands of fireflies. They swarm around you and begin to sting you in the face and hands. You scream in pain.
Ah! Oh God! Oh!
A mild pain, but pain nonetheless. Swatting
the
at the
bugs.
fireflies. Take it again, Jack.
Oh, sure, fine. All right.
You scream in pain.
Oh God! Ah!
Thank God the mic boom operator pulled the mic away. Swatting at the fireflies, but there's too many of them. Eventually their stings put you into a deep sleep. When you wake up, you find yourself in a room with small windows. Overwhelmed by the events of the past few hours, you sit down in one corner of the room and weep. You weep for yourself and for your mother.
That was
Sorry,
a
go
very
ahead, please.
solid scream there, Jackson. I like the subtext of, you scream very loudly, but not so loudly to annoy the neighbors.
You give a
these
nice
walls are
English scream. A scream that informs you're in pain but doesn't intrude.
Doesn't inconvenience the others. I wouldn't mind immediately drinking to forget.
Really?
I mean, you tell me. Does that seem? We got stung, and then immediately we lost the baby and the fireflies, and have woken up in a room. Is it
That's
our
true.
room? I don't know.
The room could still have the baby in it. Search the room for baby.
Do you want to look around the room for the baby?
I would put that up to Jesse. I get what you mean, though. Like, we have some nice provocative images, but
Yeah, that we've
but they could
immediately
come back,
thrown
Jack.
aside. Yeah,
Look,
I mean,
we'll put
okay,
the baby
it's
in
AI
the back
Dungeon.
pocket.
There are times. Okay, put your baby in the back pocket. That's the lesson for today.
As we do.
Mysterious P says, I'd sip at least. I appreciate that.
All right. Take a sip.
King of Autumn, just musing to himself, says, "This is a very big fish." Oh, man,
I love Big Fish. That's like my favorite movie. Like, actually, it's my favorite Tim
beautiful
Burton movie. I
It's
love
really
that movie.
lovely.
Unbelievably beautiful movie.
Oh, it's just so charming.
It's a great movie. It's the only Tim Burton movie worth watching past the year 2000.
It's an excellent musical as well.
It is actually a very good musical.
I haven't
It's
listened to the
lovely.
music in that.
It's Aarons and Flaherty, I think. So
I-
it's it's
their newest
lovely
one,
and
right?
a little heady, but it's fun.
Little
And
weird
beautiful.
intervals that don't quite make sense, but somehow make sense.
But somehow work really nicely. Oh, here we go.
All right. You look around the room and see the strange baby. Baby
good
Yoda?
save.
Thank you, no. Staring at you from out your window. The crook tree is now growing outside your house. All the color has been drained from its surroundings, making it dark and grim. The creature's mouth continues to gyrate as you look at it, but you cannot hear anything coming from it. That awful gyrating mouth.
baby mouth.
But you go to the door of the room and try to open it, but find that it's locked. You scream for help and begin to kick at the door, but no one comes. You don't know how long you scream for help.
But if you had to guess, it would be about 2
It would
seconds.
be a long, yeah. You really don't know. Generally, you have to scream for more than 2 seconds to get help.
Look, I have neighbors. All right, fine.
I don't
Fine,
want to
fine,
intrude.
Ah! Help! Somebody help me! Help, please! Help! Somebody help! Jesse Beam has redeemed ASMR mode, so everybody crank that
Son of
gain.
a...
Here we go.
ASMR yelling. Go ahead.
Yeah. Help! Somebody, please help me. Somebody.
Nobody hears you. My mouth is gyrating.
Gyrate that mouth for me.
Let's listen to that mouth gyration, shall we?
No, stop.
It pains you to hear that mouth gyration of the baby.
God.
Are we done, Jack? Can we stop
Yes. Please. Just keep reading.
Let's do the soft tapping.
Yeah,
Soft tapping. Let's tap that gyrating mouth.
I think, Jackson, you've got a better tapper than I do.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Keep reading.
Okay. You kick at the door, but nobody comes. You don't know how long you scream for help, but eventually you become quiet and resign to your fate. A soft tapping at the window alerts you to the baby's presence once more. You see it beckoning to you, and compelled by some unseen force, you walk to the window, opening it. A cold breeze enters the room and it chills you to the bone. I feel the chill is some good acting there. The small creature crawls through the window into your room, staring at you the entire time. You try to run from the creature, but you find your feet are stuck to the floor, paralyzed with fear.
Okay, that's enough ASMR.
Oh, God. Never make me do that long again.
Jesus Christ.
That was...
The good news is everybody enjoyed that.
The good news is nobody is upset with what just happened.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
I've got
12,000
bad
channel
news.
points. We can do it 12 more times if you want.
Oh no!
Damn it, Mysterious B.
has redeemed ASMR mode. All right, crank it back up. Hey, everybody, we're back.
Well, this is quite, interesting.
Sure is.
Huh? Perhaps we should listen to some sherry being poured down a throat.
This is number 874 of the BBC Sound Library. Sherry being poured down the throat.
IKEA wine glass being tapped. Half full of sherry.
Yes.
Famously used in Star Wars as the sound of a man bumping into glass.
I would like to thank Trio the Holly for subscribing to this excellent content. Finally, I think Trio has found a home on Twitch.
You're financing future sherry being poured down future throats.
I'm done. I'm never doing this again.
Okay.
Look, none of you.
All right.
Woo!
Text. Let's read.
All right.
Yes.
You say...
What do you want? I'm being assertive.
That's
I'm
it.
being
What do you
assertive.
want? Then you scream.
English assertism. Excuse me.
I can-
Perhaps you could tell
Sir,
me what
sir.
you might be inquiring about.
Sir, please, sir, please, stop, sir. All right, fine. What do you
Tiny
want?
There we go. There was desperation in that.
Thank you. It's been a
You
while.
scream.
I'm out of practice.
You scream at the creature, but it only continues to crawl towards you. Eventually, it gets to you and bites down on your wrist. You yelp in pain and surprise, which quickly turns to terror as the creature tears its mouth away from your arm, tearing off a chunk of flesh.
Oh
You
my
scream
God.
out in pain.
Pain!
Pain. This is what pain is. Yes. Finally, you
I
found.
found it.
You scream out in pain, and the creature scurries around your leg and begins climbing up your body, biting into
please.
your shoulders and
Stop
thighs.
doing that.
You say
Stop it.
the pain is excruciating, and you begin to weep uncontrollably.
Oh, no.
Listen to the lack of control. You plead with the creature.
Please, no, stop it.
But nothing it does relieves its assault on you.
Oh, come on.
The creature begins to carve open your chest with its
God.
sharp claws,
Jesus Christ.
digging around your heart.
Oh, God.
You scream as loud as you can, but nobody can hear you. Your
Wonder why.
heart is so terror-stricken that it stops beating. As the last beats of your heart ring out, the creature's claws plunge deep into your chest wound and tear out your heart.
All right, we need to go so far back. All right, good. Listen, this is a rare triple drink to forget. I say we go back to before the babies started eating us alive.
Is this a down the glass?
This is a drain the glass.
Drain
Everybody.
the glass. Down the hatch.
Coy Oven says, well, this is a dark episode of Erie, Indiana.
On the plus side, you managed to book me onto this show so that I could voice the voiceless creature. So that's
yeah,
a
and
win.
I'm so glad that I'm here to just scream nonsensically for 5 minutes. I was like, it's going to be charming, Tim Burton adventure in the countryside. No, I've said 7 words. All of them have been interrogatory, and the rest have been screams.
I enjoy how it's like taking your energy, though. It's like, no, he does it louder, Jack. No, he goes louder.
I like how, as well, this story began with,
Oh, that's an amazing sentence even so far.
oh my God.
The baby.
This is already
all right.
better. Yep, I love this.
You
Oh,
push
God.
aside ordinary thoughts of terror that you often imagine in your droll and dreary life and realize, it could never happen to you. That was all a dream. All a flight of fancy of a
thank
pampered
God.
rich boy.
Now that I'm awake and in this room.
Internalizing feelings of inadequacy and underperformance.
yes.
He pushes
Freshman
aside
year.
the thoughts of a tiny baby ripping his heart out, and you look down at the baby and you say,
What do you want?
the baby opens its firefly-strewn mouth and says,
I want to be loved.
Oh, what? I love you.
done.
Oh,
You
close
reply.
call.
The baby is satisfied with your answer and crawls out the window, but you don't feel compelled to follow it this time. You spend the rest of the night sleeping in your bed, unmoving except for breathing. In the morning light, you notice something that has been placed next to you in the wicker basket that contained the firefly baby. but now it's empty.
Whoa.
I actually kind of really enjoy that, where all the monsters have, up until this point, you say, thank you, Jesse.
Drink.
I like it because up till now, all the monsters have been minor annoyances for this town, right?
Yes.
And so I want to be loved. All right, I love you. All right, thanks.
I thought you were going to say no. I have no plan now.
All right, well, job done.
We have a do
Going
something
home.
stupid from Red Gamer Soul as well. Real quick, I'm going to read this out. Next thing, the baby-like creature's in your arms somehow, with a note saying that it chose you and you can't run away from it. You have to raise it. Whatever you do will determine what it becomes, good or evil, or chaotic or lawful. Good luck. P.S. The last creature that had it didn't do well and doesn't exist anymore. It's a very thoughtful and provocative note that extensively details the history of this baby and exactly the quest you have to care for it. Meanwhile, Tita Titanium says, yeet the baby in all caps, so that's where we're at right now.
Eat the baby.
Yes.
The duality of man.
The duality of man.
You pass the day attending to your regular routine. You have your breakfast, deliver papers, and go to school. Before you sleep, you look inside the window to see if the firefly baby is there.
Huh?
But it isn't. You go to sleep, and like before, the baby is by your window when you wake up.
Oh, hello, baby. Does the baby now have... What is this plot?
We found a baby in a basket,
may I
and now
offer
it's
something
dropping
for-
in sometime.
May I
Go.
offer something for typing?
Yes.
Do I type or do I ask you to type it?
You can pass it off to Jesse. Just say it, what you want.
Okay. Offer the baby the basket. I want to see what the
Offer
baby does.
the baby the basket.
Yes.
Be like,
You're
hey.
here for your home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to pay rent. That's fine. Yeah, I was stealing your house.
I think this is quite quirky and fun. The
It's
baby
quite
just
fun.
leaving.
On the plus side, it is now Friday. It's no longer Thursday.
Oh, finally. Now we
Oh,
can
thank
deal with
God.
the baby.
Thank
Now
God
it's
it's
the
Friday.
baby.
We have a redeem draw something stupid.
Yes.
We want a Will Smith fish baby creature.
All right,
Can we
we'll show a little
get
bit
a
of
poster of our favorite movie Shark Tale starring Will Smith? But it's Shark Tale 2. Guess
Come on,
who's
Noah.
pregnant?
Get jiggy with it.
Shark Tale 2, Guess Who's Pregnant? That's right, it's Will Smith Fish. In a surprising turn of events, he's actually a seahorse this entire time.
Oh.
Do something stupid as well from King of Autumn, saying an inside-out cat that still meows and walks outside of your door. Classic.
Huh. Classic Inside Out
It's
cat.
just filled with strange creatures and horrific locales.
The Inside Out cat needs to get out again. How did it get inside? Bit of wordplay.
It's good. It's
Firefly
fun.
baby seems to understand. All right, you say.
Oh, right.
Oh, God.
I can't raise you. I'm betting the last creature raised you didn't do too well and doesn't exist anymore, but I can offer you this basket.
The Firefly baby seems to understand what you're saying and crawls into the wicker basket.
I'll give you a proper funeral.
You say.
Wow. All right. Yeah, all right.
Pete has his own problems.
I'll give you
say,
a proper funeral.
You place the basket under your bed. The funeral is short and sweet, and afterwards you spend the day like any other. You wake up to find the baby at your window.
Oh.
This goes on for some time until one night you hear a tapping on your window.
I like how every single night he comes here, says, I want to be loved. I say, I love you, and then I bury him under under the bed.
No, I like the idea of maybe it's a bit ironic. When he's like,
Oh, okay.
great, you're in the basket. I'll give you a proper funeral under the bed. Out
And
of
see,
sight.
now you're underground. You did it.
Out of mind.
Oh, there we go.
You hear a
look
tapping
over.
at the window.
Yes.
You look over, expecting to see the baby, but instead you see a different creature.
Oh.
This one is brown and furry, with big black eyes. It seems to be staring at you expectantly.
Oh,
So you open the window.
all right.
After a few tense moments, it climbs through the window and stares at you.
I heard what you did,
It says,
and I wanted to thank you.
Oh, yeah. Don't mention it.
you say?
Do you need anything?
The creature shakes its head.
Oh my.
Nope. Not really.
Thanks for the subscription, Outcast. We love you.
Thanks, hey, Outcast. Best day ever again, he says. Currently on a 3-month streak. Thanks for following, my friend.
Woo.
All right.
I was never here.
It says, and disappears.
Whoa.
All right.
Whoa, I'm disappearing again, dudes.
Here I go. Wow.
This is crazy. I'm gonna drink for a ha.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
God, this would be a horrible town to live in.
Awful.
It's like, I want to thank
Constant
you.
creatures living in their own rituals. Like you
We're
have
very
to bury this every
satisfied
night.
for yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but this has all become old hat. This is truly mundane. As
is
our
like-
town name would just.
And
yeah.
all of them, you have to gotta leave the salt out for the vampires, gotta open the door for the ogre and close it 3 times, gotta turn the light switch on and off so the baby stops screaming.
Baba
Baby's on
Yaga
the
comes
window
by and
again.
says, "Thank you for your service. I really appreciate it." Cut to directed by Guillermo.
Just Guillermo. He's going by a first name thing like Cher now.
You close your eyes, and when you open them, it's gone. It continues to visit you every so often, never letting you see it in broad daylight for very long. You get that impression that it's lonely, but this seems silly of you. After all, it has an entire forest to keep it company. There are times when you try to speak to it, but it always leaves before you can get any information out of it.
So I was wondering.
Every time he leaves.
Whoa, too many questions!
Hey, slow down, big guy. All right. Well, we need an antagonist or some kind of plot
Yeah.
to get to the end of our first act.
Yeah, I feel
All
like
right,
we've
yeah.
established our routine, our character.
Yeah,
Every
we
day
know
we
who
get
we
up,
are.
we
Our quick to conquer task is a different weird ritual with various monsters.
Yeah. All right, where are we? I saw text go.
Says one day.
One day, it doesn't show up. You find the basket you gave it for Christmas a year ago, tossed in the snow by your window. There's no note
What?
or anything else in it.
What?
You gave it the basket for Christmas.
I think
It's
I
a
think
very
the creature
Christmas funeral.
is the baby.
Is the
I think
baby.
the creature's grown up and he's like, "Thank you for taking care of me." Whoa. And you're like, all right.
All right, I give you this basket you found. Do you want it for posterity?
But then I found it outside. And do we like this? We could drink to forget.
No, I think
don't
we're
know.
sad. I think we're sad that our friend isn't there. Maybe we have to go on a
Oh,
quest
no.
to find our friend.
Oh, quest to find the Muppet. I love it.
All right.
Quest to find the Muppet. I like that.
Find Bramble, as we called him. As I
Bramble.
called him that once, and no one latched onto it. So
Onto
I'm
it.
making it happen.
In fairness, we haven't latched onto any name. The chat has also put out Woody.
Woody? Woody's not bad. There's also Danny DeVito. To
Played by
play the
Danny
tree.
DeVito. Played by Danny DeVito. I like
It's
the
just
name
Danny DeVito.
Woody Bramble.
Woody Bramble. Aw, or Bramble Woods. I like Woody Bramble. That's fun.
Woody Bramble.
Next week, you called for a plumber, and the hairy creature comes by and says, "Hi, Dad."
I've got a job in the trades now.
Oh, that's good, son.
All right, thanks. Don't ask too much questions. Bye. Whoa!
He disappears like he slipped down the stairs every time.
That's why he's saying "whoa."
Whoa! Why do you never help me?
Every time he cracks his head on the ground and disappears, but clearly it's a horrible
He
death.
can't die, but he disappears when he should be dying, and he just says
Yeah.
"whoa" his last words every time. It's getting really embarrassing.
There's a reason I'm not coming back anymore.
Um.
Oh, the titanium has offered a banana peel for him to slip on.
Aww. Imagine if that's his power. He can't disappear unless he slips on a banana peel. So he's always eating a banana. Like, hey, Dad. Throws the banana on the ground. And just,
It disappears.
I
God,
want to
he'd
make this
die
movie,
of potassium
guys.
poisoning.
I want to make this movie.
Let's pitch it to Tim. Yeah, I'm sure he's not doing anything.
Misha Life, are you here? Can you get the BBC to make
Oh yeah, hey, Misa Life. Quit everything you're doing. Whatever you're editing that you can't tell us because you'd lose your job, quit it. And instead, you're coming and editing this. Pitch it to. I know you're best buds with both Guillermo and Tim Burton. So,
Yeah.
Noah, it seems that you've made Pete just so exasperated.
I feel like that exemplifies Pete a lot.
Yeah.
Either
Oh,
that or that's
God.
a brown hairy
He's-
monster.
I think it's the start of a new act.
Is this a good act break?
Hey,
then?
guess what? Jack, we've been on act break for the whole time.
Oh, we've been on act break this whole time.
Whoa!
Friends, if
Hey,
you join us
Jack.
for the first
Jack,
time.
Jack,
oh,
Jack.
Sorry. Yeah.
We've been on act break.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh.
Sorry.
If you're joining us now for the first time, which I see there's quite a few new people, hello, everybody.
We play a little bit of
Hey.
trivia between acts 1 and 2. Today, I got a kind of a weird one for you. At 3:57 p.m. today, I texted Eric and I was like, "Dude, I don't know what kind of trivia," and he gave me an idea. So I'm gonna. Who knows? Maybe it's bad. Let's find out.
Thanks for
There
throwing
is-
me under the bus, Jack.
Yeah. Well,
Here's
you know,
me
I gotta
just
protect
handing out
my-
all culpability. Remember, it's Eric's idea.
Once in a while, when you've had a long day, you just need
You
to
have to
throw
throw
someone
someone
under a bus. Yes.
Yeah.
There's an old Cornish poem that goes, "From ghoulies and goosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night, good Lord, deliver us. But look, regardless of our prayers, there are indeed many times things go bump, boom, bam, crash, and shiver in the night. I have here 4 examples of some of the more disastrous kinds of bump, be it explosions, cataclysms, and disasters that struck in the wee hours. Let's test your knowledge of these, the ultimate bumps." In 1600 BC, residents of the island of Thera were awoken by a bump and a roar in the night. What happened? Just shout it out.
Is it a
Was that the volcano that
That
killed
is
Voltaire's?
indeed-
Yeah,
Yes,
that killed
that's the
Voltaire's.
one.
Like, don't jump down.
It's enormous. It's one of the
Yeah.
largest volcanic eruptions in history. It was actually 60 kilometers cubed of dense rock equivalents hurled in every direction. It destroyed nearby cities on another island.
And fun fact, that's why there was a movement at the time who were called the optimists, who
Oh, I thought you
believed
meant like a physical one. I was like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
a grand
getting
movement
away
of
from
many
the
rocks
volcano.
No. There was a movement of people called the optimists who believed that the world we were living in had to be the best of all possible worlds because God created the world and God is omnipotent and perfect and benign. So God must have created for us the best of all possible
Right, of
worlds.
course.
And therefore, anything that happens in this world must be the best of all possible worlds.
Oh, God.
Well, Voltaire, being the eternal cynic, was like, well, my hometown just got exploded by a volcano. Everyone I know and love just died in hot clouds of fiery ash and magma. How is that the best of all possible worlds? To which he wrote his favorite picaresque novelette, Candide.
Get out! So because
that's
of
a
that
fun fact.
volcano, we got the French Revolution.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh.
Voltaire just like ironically created the first "you should see the other guy."
Here's question 2. In 1887, residents of Nanaimo, BC were awoken by a bump and a whoosh in the night. What happened?
Someone invented the Nanaimo bar.
No, unfortunately.
Wait,
It's
was
like,
this
I
the
did it!
tsunami?
This was not a tsunami, no.
Um,
Was
Yeah.
this
A
when
landslide
it
from the
was-
Rockies.
No.
it was a
Tommy
storm of
Douglas was
frogs?
born.
Great
Canadian
Nanaimo
humor.
bathtub race.
The Great Nanaimo bathtub.
That's a
race.
thing.
No.
Look it up.
Oh my God, no.
The
I'll say that
lesser
this one-
molasses flood of Nanaimo.
No. How about it's in BC. Lots of mountains around.
One
Was
of
it
them
an
moved.
avalanche?
Just fall
That's why I
down.
thought landslide.
No, not quite. Though this probably would have caused a landslide. I'll give you a couple more seconds.
were they dynamiting to put in our grand Trans-Canada Railroad?
Pretty close. It
Everyone
was
salute,
actually
boys.
there was a mine in Nanaimo. They poorly placed some charges and caused the entire mine to erupt. Just huge shafts of fire in every direction. 153
Oh, we weren't
people
supposed
died.
to fill it with dynamite first.
Oh, supposed to
Oh,
drain it of gas.
guys, we weren't supposed to put the
So-
dynamite in the mine.
It was the
No
Nanaimo
one goes to
mine
Nanaimo.
crime of all time.
Hey! In 1960, residents of Bio Bio, Chile were awoken by a bump and a rattle in the night. What happened?
Someone
was an
laughed at the
earthquake.
name of the town.
Yes, Jesse. Sorry. Paul, you're really giving it your all, and I'm here for it.
Wait, let's hear the joke again.
I said someone laughed at the name of the town.
Oh.
It was good. It was well worth it.
Thank
It was
you.
actually the largest earthquake ever recorded by modern machines. It was a 9.5 on the Richter
Oh,
scale.
shit.
It caused tsunamis,
That's
across
huge.
the ocean, 84 feet high.
Good lord.
Enormous. Absolutely ridiculous. Last one in 1917. Residents of Halifax, Nova Scotia, were awoken by a bump and a crash in the night.
Oh, that was
Halifax
that's a
Harbor
big
explosion.
Yeah.
That's
was
a
the-
sad one, Jack.
Yes,
Way to
it's-
close it with a tragedy.
We're Canadians. We all know this one.
They're all tragedies.
All of these are tragedies. Lots of people died.
This
This
is the
one
only
happened
foreign
at
attack
home.
that hurt Canadian
No.
soil.
You know what?
No,
You're
this was-
absolutely right, Eric. It was great when you were talking about Voltaire writing about how everyone he ever knew was dead, but this was the real bummer.
No, this was also an accident. This was a French cargo ship laden with high-yield explosives collided with a Norwegian vessel in the Narrows. It was the largest man-made explosion ever recorded at the time.
Yeah, but
It
it,
wasn't
but it
a- it
also
wasn't
is the only casualty of war that happened on Canadian soil.
Piece of
that's
fun
true.
trivia. There were a bunch of trains bound for the town, and somebody sent out a message to stop the trains to prevent people from coming in, and then he signed off
Right.
by saying, I guess this is my last message. Farewell, boys.
Oh my god!
Oh God.
Jesus.
That man's name was A.Y. Jackson.
Oh,
As all Canadians know.
I think his name was Vincent Coleman or something like that.
He's up there with Louis Riel and James Fitzgibbon. That's wonderful.
Canadian heroes.
Heroes. The world is
Never lost a
ambivalent,
time.
ambivalent too.
The world is ambivalent too. I'm going to give the point to you, Eric, which means you've earned yourself.
Wait, what? Jesse said that before.
I did say it first.
Did you
But
say
I
it
also
first?
got the. I
We-
also
we-
got the.
we kinda both
closer to the
Jackson
mine
said
one.
he'll give the point
give
to
the
Eric.
point.
I don't want to
Eric.
do the recap because it
I'm
hurts
not
to
going
talk.
to make
so-
you
Okay.
you do the recap today. Eric, congratulations. You've earned yourself more work and 38,000 tons of TNT to stuff in your mine. You've got 1 minute
Or in the
to
Queen's
give us
chest.
or the Queen's chest, if that's your thing. 1 minute to give us a full recap of the plot so far, starting now.
Sometimes they tell you to shove it in the Queen's chest, but you know that's not appropriate. So you move to a small country town. An upper-class boy shouldn't have to deal with these kind of things, but your parents are making you work or else you don't get your trust fund, so you take a job as a paper boy. Moving throughout the town, you find the average horrors that one finds at an English country town, sometimes an ogre knocking on a door, or a strange firefly baby. You wonder if it'll rip your heart out this time and feast on your innards, but no, it just taps on your window and wants to be told it's loved. So you do and go about your day, and soon the baby's an inside-out cat. Why not? Tells you thank you and disappears. You're not quite sure where it goes, but you'd like to know. But you keep that basket the baby was in, trying to give it back sometimes. You don't like clutter. But one day, the baby's gone. But the basket's left.
Oh no. And we've got some more text. Let's push on into Act 2.
You feel a metaphorical hole in your heart at the disappearance of the strange creature.
As opposed to the literal one we felt a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, you know. That was in our mind. We've prepared for this. We're emotionally prepared for this whole.
I mean,
You call up your girlfriend, Grace Woodhouse.
Grace!
You realize you haven't talked to her in months.
Grace, darling! It's been a while. Grace?
You lose your upper classness as soon as you talk to her.
Oh,
Grace has that effect. You're
has
a
that effect on
nice
me?
Cockney chimney sweep.
Throws
Grace!
me off.
Grace!
Throws me off
baby's
balance.
gone.
She does.
It ain't even
Baby's
taken
gone.
his basket!
Baby keeps tripping on banana peels, darling.
You call up your girlfriend, Grace Woodhouse, and ask her to help you find something. You don't tell her that the thing you want to find is the strange creature. That night, you and Grace go back to your house, armed with a flashlight. The forest is dark and foreboding as you venture in, but after about an hour of searching, you find what you're looking for. The creature's underground home. It's empty, save for some markings on the walls.
Did it leave?
Grace asks, terrified of what may lie underneath.
This is kind of cool. I'm into this.
We found
Nice.
his hidey hole.
And now we've got the baby's hidey hole.
He and the baby inside out cat's
Aw,
little area.
bless
of-
them. They're doing their best.
As well
You
as a voice
say.
that doesn't kill me.
I don't know. We should look for clues. I've seen that on our cereal once.
Grace stares at you.
She's
So
like,
all
"I
I'm
go to
saying is that
Oxford
Lucky
for
Charms might
journalism."
actually exist. You look at Grace and look around, although you find nothing.
Grace, I don't think it's here. Maybe we scared it off for good when we found it the first time.
I guess.
She says.
Let's go home.
The two of you walk out of the woods, heading towards Grace's house.
It's been replaced by...
Jesse Beam
What?
has redeemed
Oh,
Sounds
no.
Like a Song.
Oh.
Why, Jesse?
I
What-
want
What?
I want the ballad of Grace and Pete searching for love in the mine.
Oh, Jesse, I hate you.
Love in the Mine.
Love in the Mine. But also ASMR mode? We can't do both at the same time, so we'll finish this one first.
Who's singing it?
Jackson, take it away.
What? Oh, Lord. Seems very indulgent for me to sing my own song on my own show.
Maybe
Do you
Eric
want me
can
to?
do
Here,
that with you.
Jack, I'll do the narration, the Disney-style narration, and you'll come in with the eternal monologue of the characters.
Oh, sounds excellent, please.
Yeah. And get ready, Tweed. You might sing as Grace, too, if you feel so comfortably inclined.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's a speak singer. They say the mine is dark, and you can't illuminate down that hole. But in the shadows, her face lights the world. You think to yourself,
Wow. It's really dark down here. I get lost. I hope
you
he's okay.
trudge forward, flashlights flashing, your shoulders broad, your hair is dashing. You move forward, and she thinks to herself,
Did it leave?
speaking out loud, you wonder,
Maybe here, maybe now, maybe this is it. The moment I find him, maybe down underground is where he lives.
but the dark doesn't respond.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Grace says,
Maybe now, but maybe never. Maybe it's just something we'll never know forever and ever.
your heart swells with
Oh.
despair.
Despair!
In the moment, could you and Grace never find the child you wanted?
Maybe not. Maybe, never. Maybe, never. Again.
Again.
No.
This sucks.
This sucks.
Remember, sucking will never find the baby.
Oh, Lord. That was beautiful. Paul, your voice is great. That
That's
sounded
a
so
terrific
that
singing
was
voice,
excellent.
Paul.
That was excellent.
Lovely!
That was lovely.
Wonderful.
everybody Crank your mics, everybody. It's ASMR mode.
Oh shit! Oh,
yeah, sorry, I
fuck.
didn't. I should have mentioned that sooner. But
I think we are down the bottom of a mine. And
Oh, okay. Oh, here's the sound of water dripping.
okay.
Whoa. That's pretty good.
Did it leave?
I'm done. I'm done. We're not doing it again. We're never doing it again. Not today. Not today. I hope you're happy, Mysterious P.
I hope you're happy. Country Buns redeemed Do Something Stupid. Grace's house holds a terrifying surprise that reveals a dark secret of her past. Also, Trio the Holy says gorgeous and cheered 40 bits. Thanks,
Oh,
friend.
thank you.
That was gorgeous.
Wow.
Where are we picking up from? 2 of you walk to the woods heading to Grace's home. There it is.
The two of you can't get. The two of you walk out of the woods heading towards Grace's house.
Why don't we go back to your place then?
You can't get the sight of that strange furry out of your head.
I meant to say furry creature, and I accidentally made this
Strange
very
furry.
weird.
It's just a
As much as you're trying to look for the small baby you've grown so attached to, Phil's mascot costume just permeates your
Made a
brain.
terrible mistake.
Just everything I think about is that enormous 6'4" fox, man.
He sweats so much in it, you can smell him coming
it
before you
around the
see him.
corner.
And that's saying something because it's huge
Oh,
and
dear.
orange. But you trudge on. You spend every night searching the forest.
I don't know.
Grace becomes concerned by your behavior and goes to the local library for assistance from the local librarian, Scottish singer-songwriter Sheena Easton.
She's here! It's real!
When you find out she's been over to your house, you get angry.
What? What do you think you're doing?
You ask.
You know that woman is a complete stranger. You shouldn't trust her.
She was in All Dogs Go to Heaven too.
You really invited famous Scottish singer-songwriter Sheena Easton to our home? Ugh!
I guess she was just for your eyes only. You didn't want to invite me.
Hey.
Pete, it was just a friendly visit.
Grace says.
Besides, she asked about you.
What does she want to know?
Whether I'd seen you recently.
Okay. So, what did you say? Ooh, backstory corner from Trio the Holy. We'd like some background on Sheena, the singer-songwriter.
We've done prep
wait.
on this.
Yeah.
We're good. We
Oh,
spent
yeah, we
like
did.
all
We
of
can
prep
field that
figuring
one.
this out.
Well, after pursuing a long and varied career in many singing-songwriting events, including For Your Eyes Only, the hit Bond tune,
Yeah.
she decided that, well, this life in the spotlight just isn't for her. I'm going to settle down in a small English country town, and look for love. But a little bit shy and uneasy, she's decided to take up shop as the local librarian. And as the local librarian, she has her pick of the men who are coming and going. And I wonder if she set her eyes on Pete, as she shows interest through his now girlfriend, Grace.
Speaking of,
I said I hadn't.
Oh.
You're a little worried. Why would someone from around here be interested in you?
Do you know where I could
Poor
find some
people.
chalk?
is this Grace or is this famous Scottish singer-songwriter Sheena Easton?
I think it's Grace still.
All right.
Why do you need chalk?
She asks.
Is it for drawing?
No. I want to buy some.
That you head out of the house and go to the street.
There is definitely trouble in paradise.
Yeah, that is a house in turmoil. I wonder, do we want to, I don't know.
I'm going to
Drink
involve
till
the
you forget?
strange dark secret that was redeemed.
Ooh, oh, okay. With the chalk, do you have any ideas?
No, but, it'll be a Chekhov's chalk down the road, I'm sure.
Can I insert something before that? I just want to point out for the record that the shock wore off rather quickly with the inclusion of a stranger into the home when Grace gave a rather milquetoast response. I'm getting the impression this is not the first famous Scottish singer-songwriter that she's invited to the house.
You're
Perhaps
right,
it's just different places from the UK. She's had Sinead O'Connor over once. The Irish.
Things got out of hand when
she
she invited Billy Piper over, yeah.
Yeah, no. It's just
None
You
of
feel
these
like she's
belong
trying to
in
set you up with other women.
1939. Yeah. It's been really uncomfortable lately. She's not even a singer-songwriter, but, I have all these tapes in my home.
Is this your way of breaking up with me? Trying to set me up with famous Scottish singer-songwriter Sheena Easton.
I'm inviting them over to my home. It's a complete stranger. Mysterious P says, do something stupid. We have the Olympics are happening in the background. I don't know why. No, maybe
I
you
feel
just
like that's a
incorporate
draw
them.
something stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say just have them happening. I suppose somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe
Draw
there's
5
maybe there's
rings,
the
Noah.
Monster Olympics happening. There's just general horrors doing the long jump.
Oh, that's what it is.
Everywhere behind you, you just hear, whoa!
Whoa. I've been practicing my Salisbury flop. Whoa. All right, we have text. Where does the text start? On your way out, you can't help but notice. It's strange. Okay. On your way out, you can't help but notice a strange, dark secret. Grace's house also has
a
a
strange, dark
strange
secret.
crooked tree with a wicker basket in the backyard.
Hold on a moment.
In front of it is a creature with antlers drinking out of a hose, also known as a deer.
Seems strange.
Well, it's a
Chalk this
strange
up to
creature
you.
with antlers.
You can chalk this up to your mind playing tricks. A creature with antlers, not in this world.
Absurd. Anyways, I'm off to buy some chalk.
If you go to the store to buy some chalk.
No!
It
Can we
really
retry
wants me
that?
to work in chalk somehow.
I kind of want to engage with whatever it is it's putting in front of me.
I like this idea that she has a similar thing. Maybe everyone's getting a strange tree baby.
Hover Squid says, not on a Friday.
Not on a Friday.
Peter Titanium says, do something stupid. Eat the chalk.
All right.
So,
Well,
yeah,
we'll keep
all
that
right.
in mind when we get
We'll
the chalk.
munch down on the chalk whenever we arrive.
2 orders of chalk, 1 to go, please.
Yes.
I've
can find
heard
it in a
chalk
bag.
is made out of tiny, sometimes tiny little animals, like tiny little skeletons of sea animals.
Oh my
Now, when you say
God.
sometimes, do you mean that sometimes the skeletons are big?
I say that to cover my ass because I'm sure there's someone who's like, actually, modern chalk is made out of, like, not that. But I have heard that it is, so it would be high in calcium, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you were to
yeah.
munch on chalk.
Well, I'm deficient, being rich and all that.
It's the new fad in the colonies.
They used to let blood. Nowadays, we just skip out on calcium.
All right. On your way, in front of the house is a creature
Oh,
with antlers drinking from a hose. You chalk this up to your mind playing tricks on you, and you go to the store to buy some chalk.
Yeah.
You manage to secure some chalk, which is difficult on account of the local Olympic team having bought most of the chalk already.
Oh, classic.
You're weightlifting, am I right? Those meatheads. You pocket the chalk and head back to Grace's house, finding the tree there once again. You
There it
chalk
is.
a message to the beast, asking it to meet you in the
Please
clearing once again.
meet me
Very
in the
nice. That's
clearing once
awesome.
again. Thank you kindly. Best regards, Pete.
The next day you find that it read your note, as the response is written in messy
You
handwriting.
left a little check mark in the word red next to it.
Beast left you on red.
Oh.
The creature turns out to be surprisingly intelligent.
Well, yeah, it's a
able to
doctor.
converse. It's able to converse with you through writing. It explains that it ran away from home due to its father mistreating it,
Hi.
wanting to live life as a
Well,
poet.
hold
never
on.
mind.
Now, I did no such thing. Very passive-aggressive.
that my father mistreated.
I just wanted.
I wanted to
be
make a
poet.
cheap shot at doctors with the messy handwriting joke. Turns out they already said poet.
Yes. Come on, Paul. Read ahead.
I got a doctorate in poetry.
Lord. All right. Do we respond? I don't know.
I feel like this is a very like, our poor little monster buddy. It just
I
wants.
know.
We told it we
wants-
loved it.
Am I to
Yeah.
do the auditory interpretation of the writing? Like whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
audi-
please.
All
Yeah.
right.
My father is Robert Frost.
Well,
Very intelligent.
it turns out that your tiny little baby is the reincarnated soul of famous jazz singer Louis Armstrong, to whom Sheena Easton probably has
He had
come
a jam
to meet.
with Sheena. Yeah.
They're going to collab.
Never before seen and never seen again.
You scribble a message to the creature, asking if it has seen your friend, furry brown creature.
Have you seen my friend, the furry
It
brown
slowly
creature?
draws a response.
Oh. Is it there? Oh, it's in front of me. Oh, got it.
You don't understand.
Oh.
The Gia creature explains that is a friend of the brown furry and wants to help him.
Oh
It needs your help. It asks you to meet on the edge of the forest so it can explain everything. It doesn't care that he's just a man in a costume. This is love, damn it. Love conquers all. Grace comes from the trip, comes home from a trip as you leave. She asks you where you're going.
Where you
All right,
going?
I'm heading. Just listen. There's a
So
deer.
you tell her
outside.
about the deer's offer.
All right.
She becomes visibly concerned.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No, listen. I'll be
classic
fine.
English maiden. Hands to the mouth. She becomes visibly concerned, but you assure her that you'll be fine.
Everything's fine. It's just a furry creature. It's
all right.
love, Grace. It's about
Okay.
love.
Okay.
Is this the end of Act 2?
I'm just saying, Adele's back home. I thought you'd really like to meet her.
She just went through a divorce. She's wide open, as they say.
She's lost a lot of weight. She's looking great.
Oh, no. Grace is problematic.
Ah, Grace, come on. Is that the talking deer? It is.
I think
Talking
we
is
need one
generous,
last one big last action to end the act, and I think we're good.
Oh, okay. Like just heading off on the journey kind of thing.
Something like that, or yeah, something that sets us. I like how this has become a small family drama of two, future parents, potentially, right?
The monsters are window dressing at best.
Yeah.
The monsters are actually, they're
Quite mundane, shall we say?
Some may say
This is like
mundane.
Walking Dead, where the monsters are just the icing on the cake. The real story is about singer-songwriter.
Jeez, dropping into a famous small English town. Grace comes home from a trip as you leave. She asks where you're going. So you tell her about the deer's offer. She becomes visibly concerned. Oh, wow. She becomes visibly concerned.
Sorry, that was me redoing it because it was completely melting.
I found it. But you assure her that you'll be fine. You head to the spot that the deer creature indicated. But it never shows up.
What?
Weird.
Huh.
You chalk it up
It's
to
a
your
drink,
mind,
everybody.
playing tricks on you when you head home.
God damn
That's the second time that
Is
it
that a bit
said
of
that.
wordplay
Well,
for the
it's-
narrator?
I still need chalk.
AI Dungeon, you love to de-escalate, don't you?
When you arrive, you see a strange sight. Two deer-like creatures laying dead on the ground.
What?
As you get closer, you realize that they resemble the deer from last night. Their bodies cut open and their entrails strewn on the ground.
Oh my god.
Something has killed them.
Oh
You
my
look around
God.
for the deer creature with antlers, but it's nowhere to be found.
There it is.
Can we check if their antlers have been sawn off? Maybe it's some
Oh,
antler
poachers.
harvesting
Oh,
crazy
God.
aphrodisiac merchant who's taking
I think
monster
this is an
deer.
act cliffhanger, though.
Cliffhanger.
Ooh, that
Okay.
sounds good. Everyone's yelling about the chalk. At some point, the chalk must be consumed.
All right.
Fine. Friends, we haven't played I Like Mine a little bit. I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a speedy round of that to loosen us up a little bit. Paul, this is a very simple word association game. I think you've
I know it.
played before. Yeah? Excellent. In that case, Paul, think of a noun and let's make it, spooky or monster related. And Eric, think of the same thing. The same word.
Same now. And let's see if they get it, folks.
All right, Paul, I like my
Abandoned cabins.
like I like my
Dripping blood
I like my abandoned cabins like I like my dripping blood.
inside me. No, surrounding me, the other way around.
Inside.
The other way.
Personally,
You get
I like
in the
to
cabin. You don't get the cabin in you.
No, personally, I like to think that my head is a kind of abandoned cabin. My brain, I picture it as a.
A positive.
A positive. A positive cabin it is.
Yes.
With nice motivational posters.
Yeah. Maybe there's
Full
a
of
deer on the
people.
wall.
Nah, I
Full
guess
of
it's
people.
abandoned.
Oh God. All right, Noah. Think of one.
All right.
And I'm going to toss the other one to Jesse. Noah, I like my
Demon.
like I like my
Antlered deer creature.
I like my demons like I like my antlered deer creature mounted on the wall.
Ooh. Plenty of
Count.
salt on them.
Ah, nice.
Not bothering me.
Leave me alone.
Fictional
damn it.
only.
Admired at a distance.
in Norway where they belong. Yeah.
All right, Eric, think of one. And let's do Noah. Eric, I like my...
Necronomicon.
Like I like my...
Failed love.
Failed love?
That's.
I like my Necronomicon like I like my last relationship.
Written
Handled
about
by a
H.P.
talented
Lovecraft.
Hey.
Locked under my bed.
Handled by a talented actor.
Nice. Covered in skin.
Unopened?
Ooh.
Lost to the depths.
Spoken in tongues.
Oh,
Full of
God.
unimaginable horror.
Opened by someone else.
Oh, no.
Enjoyed with popcorn.
Let's do one more. Paul?
Yes.
Let's do Paul and Jesse. Paul, I like my...
Pumpkins.
Like I like my...
Cold, desolate nights.
Carved into pieces.
Handle it.
Made into a pie.
Aw.
With many intriguing faces.
Oh, that's nice. I enjoy that.
Slowly
In
rotting.
Norway, where they belong.
I don't know.
With several other vegetables.
Filled with gourds.
I like my
All right,
pumpkins
Paul.
filled with gourds.
Yeah. Just stuff them.
It's an old
Stuffed
Turducken
family.
of
pumpkins.
gourds.
It's an
You just
old
fill a
family
gourd with a gourd and then put
Just
another gourd.
Just
squash
treat that
inside
pumpkin
of a
like the
pumpkin.
queen's chest.
Just stuff it in there.
Paul, as our guest, I'm gonna bequeath upon you
Yes.
dozens upon dozens of turducken pumpkins
you.
as your reward for winning today's game. And
I feel
thusly,
honored.
I also bequeath upon you the rare honor of giving us a recap of our last act, just Act 2, everything that's happened so far for those of us joining us now. You ready to go?
Give me
Yes.
5 seconds to figure out where the last act ended so I know what to
Oh,
recap.
good call, actually. Starting from when the baby disappeared and figuring all that out, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Starting now.
Last time on this show, the baby was just the least of the protagonist's problems, because soon he would be bequeathed by several other monsters, including one that disappeared frequently, never knowing quite when or where they'd be going when they left. And that was the least of his problems, given that his girlfriend Grace was introducing problems of her own. Introducing intrigue, traversing caves, bringing famous singer-songwriter. I can't
Yeah,
say with a
you've
straight
really
face.
committed to a voice, and I feel like that's hindered you in a lot of ways.
Perhaps.
Bringing famous Scottish singer-songwriters into the fray. And then suddenly, the king of the monsters showed up, asking for some very poignant, important later chalk. A strange creature with deer antlers had confessed that they had known all about the occasions to come. Never mind the Olympics, we've got more important things to do. Our protagonist leaves to get some chalk. Will Smith was involved somehow. But then, when returning to the sleepy, humble state of Mundanity, the town in 1930s English countryside, there's none other than two dead other creatures with antlers. Or were they without antlers? Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
All right. That was just as comprehensible as I wanted it to be.
The antler slipped on a banana peel.
Oh, okay. Whoa!
Whoa! Yeah, I am really
All
picking
right.
voices that bone me. You're right, Jackson.
Nah, it was a bold choice, and then you stuck with it, which I admire. So good on you.
Told you I can do two voices.
You did both of them excellently.
You
Read on,
all
my
right.
friend.
You shiver in fear as the moon passes behind the clouds, bathing the scene in darkness. The grisly scene in front of you makes you feel cold. You feel your hand curl around the chalk in your pocket. You want to eat it, but no, it's not the time now. It's not the time. When you suddenly hear a twig snap behind you, you turn around to find...
Well,
you go back to your room.
No.
Just in time for Grace to yell at you for being awake. She grumbles as you get ready for bed. And you stare at her while she changes. You look so beautiful in the moonlight,
No.
beaming through your window.
What are you looking at?
Oh,
Okay,
she
but
loves
no,
playing
we
a
can't stop.
Cockney fishmonger girl. Oh, the games you play. Oh, the games.
All right, let's
The end. What a strange dream.
No.
Here's what we should. What a strange dream you think as you wake up. You turn your head to see what's. How about this? Just say you turn your head to see, and then do no punctuation, and it'll finish the thought fully, properly this time.
I'm gonna take a drink.
Yeah, drink to forget, everybody. We also have a drink to forget emote if you're subscribed. Go ahead and spam that.
Spam that.
Drinking at home.
Spam
Brand
that.
new. Brand new.
Thing was, I didn't put you turn to see. All I put was you hear a twig snap behind you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now
Wow,
I will
it-
put.
Pitched and whiffed.
I like how this was the one time when there was an actually successful sensual scene between like this couple where things were actually fine and we were like, all right, let's go back.
Hey, yeah, hold on.
Whoa.
Because given AI Dungeon,
Why,
it
is
will
this
get
a
real
happy
gross real quick.
relationship? Yeah, that's
Oh, really?
true.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
Oh, yes. There was an issue a while ago where people would use it for quite graphic stuff, and they were like, hey, maybe we should clamp down on that. And then people got mad at them for a while, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that's all behind us, and we don't have to talk about it too
Paul's
much.
hitting the bookmark button right now.
You feel your hand go around the chalk in your pocket, and you suddenly hear a twig snap behind you. You turn and see the dear creature with antlers. It stares at you with its head cocked to one side before running away.
Wait, no, come back!
You run after him, but he's faster and more agile than you. Damn it! Why does the deer get all the fun in life? You lead into the forest. He leads you into the forest and disappears. You look around, but stop when you hear a howl nearby.
Oh,
You try to follow the deer's trail back to the opening in the forest. But it's nowhere to be found.
damn
Lost.
dear. Lost in the woods.
These crafty deer.
They're
Maybe
lost
to
in the
dress up in a
woods.
fursuit.
This sure
I've
sounds
heard
like
they
an
that,
interesting
Jesse.
premise for a story.
Oh, boy, I wonder what could happen. Here we go. We're following a deer through the woods. Help me track the plot line all the way through, because to be honest, regardless of Paul's delightful recap, I'm a bit lost currently.
You can say because of, it's fine.
It's okay. Yes.
So we went out to the woods to look for our baby, right? And we
Right.
found two deer creatures with no antlers dead on the
Right.
ground. Then there's nothing to be saying. We hear a crack. We turn around. We see a deer creature
with antlers.
with antlers. We say, "Oh, there you!" But then it runs away. We run after it, but we can't
Right.
find it.
And it's disappeared. And now we're lost in the woods.
Yeah. Well, no. You follow the trail to the opening of the forest. It's like it's trying to lead you out of the forest.
Oh, interesting. What could it be? Tita
I
Titanium
mentioned-
says so. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mentioned the Yoda joke. What? I said Yoda.
Yeah, I was
This,
gonna
this
say.
is a bit of a dangling participle, or whatever the thing is, because it says you try to follow the deer's trail back to the beginning of the or the opening of the forest, but it is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, either
that
the
could
deer
apply
or the
either to the
forest.
opening of the forest or the deer.
Oh, that's true.
Well, let's not mark the AI's grammar here, or we'll be here all day.
My point is that we can take this in whatever direction we wish.
That's very true, actually.
Oh, Mysterious Beast, subscribed for 3 months in a row.
Hey,
Hey!
Mysterious B, gifting a sub as well. Trio of the Holy actually subbed
Oh, thank you.
gifted it. Thank you, friend.
Oh,
Much
you're too
obliged.
generous, Tree of the Holy.
Tree of the Holy
Too
subscribed today.
generous.
So generous. Oh, my goodness.
Is this one of yours, Paul?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Tree of the Holy is a wonderful human being.
Sure is.
The howling grows louder as you try to follow the deer's trail back to the opening of the forest, but it is nowhere to be found. The howling grows louder as a massive wolf-like creature crashes through the trees,
Oh,
snarling and snapping at you. Your fear takes hold of you and you freeze. Yet, there's something familiar about this creature.
What?
You recognize it
wait a minute.
as the furry creature you raised from babyhood.
Oh, God.
No.
But it does not know you. It only knows prey. It bounds towards you, knocking you to the ground.
I was like, this is our moment.
The Holy Redeemed sounds like a song. When you're
what's
knocked
this
to the
one?
ground by the wolf that you raised.
The wolf. When you're knocked to the ground by the wolf that you raised. Oh, it's beautiful. This is an Irish
That's
pub song.
amore.
All
did tell
right,
you
Eric,
loved
do you
it.
want to give us an Irish pub song when you're
Oh,
knocked to the ground?
Yeah, sure, why not? When you're knocked to the ground by the wolf that you raise, you gotta pick yourself up. Show it the love that was nigh given to you, and it will become just a pup. They say that love may conquer all, and that's been the same to me. Just pick that wolf back up from the ground and you pin it to the tray. You pin it to the tray and you give it a big hug. You love that wolf back and you love it backs to you. You lose a little bit of plot and you lose a little bit of rhyme, but that's the things that you do.
You say you pin the wolf down, then you pin the wolf down. Everybody gets around and pin the wolf down. Pin the wolf down, and you
When
pin
it
the wolf
pins you
down.
back, you pin
Everybody
it back and forth, and that's how you make love.
Ah, see, I heard this song down in Dublin. We sing it a little bit differently. We go, when the wolf has pinned you down, you look it in the eye.
And you say,
"Wolf,
fuck
not
the
today."
Protestants!
Aye, it is a short song.
True Dublin fashion.
Sorry to our Irish viewers.
Sorry
I
to
swear
my
I
mother.
love the Emerald Isle.
And
Sorry
all
to
Aye,
our
we love the
Protestant
Protestants
viewers.
here. King of Autumn says you should hear the version in Limerick.
there once was a wolf on the ground. And then it just gets dirtier from
When you tried
Yeah.
to get up, it would pin you back down. You're
Any
wrestled and
Calvinists
tussled.
in the audience, we thank you for your patronage, and we greatly appreciate you staying here.
Yeah. I was doing a half Irish, half pirate voice. I don't know what it was. Arr, Dublin.
Pirate voice is kind of an Irish voice. Though,
It is
right?
kind of Irish,
Yar we
isn't
be.
it?
Yeah, you see, Irish voice.
There are
It-
there are like three types of pirate, yeah? There's
Well,
like
but-
Irish arg, there's like modern day, and then there's like software.
Those are the kinds of pirate, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever heard the Dubliners? They're an Irish folk band. Like the unironic pirate voice is literally like the lead singer of that song.
Oh, that's beautiful.
If it was like an unironic pirate voice, he's got that all there. Oh, his name it is Sam Holt. It's great. I love Irish music.
We have text.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse. You say.
Stop! I know you killed those deer, but this isn't you. I know you. You just want to be loved.
Snarling, the creature knocks you to the ground.
No!
You stare
No,
at the
come
creature
on!
for a second. It stares back at you, then it lunges for your throat.
Oh, God, no!
The creature's weight smashes on top of you, and the force of impact breaks your neck.
All right.
Well,
Well, we're almost there, so why don't we drink to forget and try that again? We're
God,
getting
it
close.
loves
I
to
don't
break
get
our
it.
spine
I seeded
so much.
something. I seeded something that happened an hour and a half ago. The AI surely could remember that.
I know you. You just want to be loved.
The creature stares at you in silence, but there's a glimmer of recognition in its eyes. It stops attacking you, but doesn't back off. It just watches you in the darkness.
I raised you.
You murmur to yourself, and the creature cocks its head to one side.
I saved your life.
All right, well, don't pat yourself on the back too much. You found it in the basket and said,
I saved your life. I suckled you upon mine own teat.
tried to give it a funeral.
Gave you 7 funerals.
The creature backs off a bit, but it still maintains its position. You wait a few moments, but it doesn't move.
Eat the chalk. Eat the chalk.
Eat the chalk. King of Autumn says you start hitting your furry son with a rock nearby. No,
No.
we're trying to redeem ourselves. We're not going to murder our child. Come
Jesus.
on. Why would you be like this? Eat the chalk. This is the moment. Jesse, eat the chalk. Eat the chalk.
chalk.
You ingest the only way that you could communicate honestly with it.
Yeah, thank you,
Thus,
Aaron.
thus
Thank you.
creating
That's what it is. Oh,
moment.
brilliant. It's not the written language. It's the chalk that you use to communicate. It's every day. Refund points. I wish. Is there a way to refund somebody's points if I'm like, no, that's a dumb thing. We can't use.
No,
that.
you just have to
I think
be
it's
better.
It's slightly I think it's slightly delayed. King of Autumn now says it's in the moment when he attacked us.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
it makes more sense.
we fully have moved away. And he's like, and now's the moment we
All right.
commit.
Its guard is down.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it's the best moment to do it.
You slowly take the chalk from the from your pocket, and write on the ground.
I am Pete Parsons.
The creature takes the chalk and writes.
I am Pete's son.
You stare at the creature, confused. It stares back at you.
I'm not your father.
You write. Whoa, let's not get that close.
Now, come on.
I just found you in a basket. I mean,
I may have said you lied, but come on.
I don't want to stop paying alimony.
Oh, we got a tip for the chalk moment. Thank you, Titanium.
Aww.
Whoa, $5.06.
That's enough for
Thanks,
some
pal.
chalk.
That's
Yeah.
some chalk money. That's some chalk money right there.
Hey, you got the chalk money.
Damn. We're gonna write to so many little
Oh,
cat babies.
All right. I'm not your father.
The creature reads what you wrote and nods solemnly as if understanding everything. Grabs the chalk from the ground and writes.
But I am yours.
Dad?
It walks into the forest. You hear a gun fire from the distance.
What?
But you never find out what happened to it.
Oh my God.
Did the town rise up and kill our son?
Jeez. Do we want
This
to
is-
keep this?
This is just every day in the town of Mundanity.
Your
Horrors
son, which is
happen.
also your dad, may I point out.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like this is what it is, though, in this world, right?
Yeah, this is just the way things
I'm
are.
mysterious.
This is anything but mundanity.
And it
right?
was actually our fault getting so attached to it.
I'm not sure if I'm really getting the morals of this story correct.
Well, from the first prompt, in and around the town of Mundanity, there are many supernatural beings always at work. Their motives shrouded in mystery. Feared and respected by the populace, the people have no choice but to dance to those beings.
Me too,
Ephemeral.
Jesse.
I'm sorry.
What? Did he leave?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesse.
I'm sorry
I
for
think that
interrupting, Eric. Go ahead.
Do we have more text?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No.
Okay.
Jesse
No, we
walked off
wanted
in
you to-
protest.
I know. I was like, I do like the idea of end the story with fireflies. Bring the
Yeah,
fireflies
let's bring the
back.
fireflies in a little epilogue of some kind. So the way I see this is, like, in mundanity, these strange supernatural things happen all the time. What we should have done is we just kept sticking it in a basket, putting it under the bed. That's just the way that it is. As time went on, we got more and more attached to this creature. And as a result, when we got pulled further and further into its weird ritual that it does, every 300 years, we just got so attached that ultimately, we feel sad and unsatisfied when the ritual ends and it has to move on.
I like to believe it's some sort of metaphor for our detachment from nature, because we started by communicating with the beast, giving it funerals every night, and yet it was reborn, much like the cycle of nature. But soon we got lost in the lure of having a girlfriend, the illustrious world of bringing in singer-songwriters from exotic lands like Scotland, and soon we lost our touch with nature, and to the point where nature didn't recognize us and attacked us despite being its own flesh and blood.
And do you know who else got a funeral and came back in a few nights? Jesus.
Oh, it's a Jesus thing.
I think we
found it.
Sorry.
Is Jesse
I don't
back,
know.
or should I just type?
I don't know what that one's saying. Jesse's back.
Hey, Jesse,
Is
we
he-
want to wrap this up with some fireflies if you've got some ideas.
You walk in a daze. You feel alone. You're surrounded by fireflies. So very alone. So, very, very alone.
Oh.
King of Autumn says the missing C.S. Lewis story.
Oh, it does feel quite C.S. Lewis, doesn't it?
One by one, they wink out of his existence.
Oh.
Oh. You feel a cold chill as you wrap your arms around yourself.
Nonsense.
You say to yourself out loud.
It was just a story. I fell asleep and I'm having a nightmare. But no dream can be this real.
You insist out loud as you look around at the moon and shiver. The full moon. Same one you saw last night watches you silently from above.
This can't be real.
Written and directed by Guillermo.
Wow.
What a bummer.
What? Yeah.
Jeez.
We've had
Happy
a couple
Halloween,
bummer
everybody.
endings
I was
before.
gonna say,
Happy Halloween!
In keeping with so
beautiful.
far all of our
gorgeous.
Spooktober endings, continuing to just be sad.
I
That is-
really liked that. That was beautiful, though.
That was Guillermo for you.
It was very Guillermo. Well done, guys. And thanks, M4 is not puzzled. I had fun playing that one. All right, friends, we've reached the end of our plot, but not the end of the show, per se. Now what happens is everybody in the chat spams me some song titles based on moments from the show, maybe some individual lines or something that you really enjoyed. Oh, what was the name of this story? Anyone want to pitch a title for this story first?
The cat's out of the basket.
Cat's out of the basket.
Fireflies in the full moon.
Ooh. Everybody
This-
give me some...
This can't be real.
This can't be real. Chat, give me some lyrics. What's going to happen now is song titles. I'm going to punch these song titles into the AI, pick the one that I like best, and have it generate a full song that we're going to sing through all together. In the meantime, Eric, want to give us lead us in a little post-mortem?
Well, we do a post-mortem now. We talk about what we learned, maybe do some epilogues, see where are they now.
Okay.
I don't know what...
They're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead. I almost feel like I don't know if I want to do a monologue in an epilogue.
I kind of
I
okay
already
not doing
did, sorry.
epilogues for this one.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we did it. The fireflies. You sit on the curb and stare out into the distance. Was it all a dream? You pinch yourself. It didn't hurt, but you also didn't wake up. The world feels colder now. The sky is beginning to darken, as if the night is already beginning to fall. Better get in the house. It hurts when the night falls on you.
I feel like it undercuts our lovely ending a little
I don't
bit.
know.
It's not bad.
It reinforces it at least. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
reiterates it. You know.
Reiterates, and the idea that maybe it's a dream, maybe it's not, because I didn't wake
Yeah.
up, but it also didn't hurt when I pinched myself. Yeah.
Can we do an epilogue to see what Grace is at?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
Grace.
Meanwhile, Grace. She's just having a lovely dinner with singer-songwriter Sheena Easton.
They start dating.
They start dating. Why do we even need Pete? Meanwhile, Grace Woodhouse. Oh my goodness.
Just thinking about
If
it.
it manages to remember to bring up Sheen. Yeah.
Grace Woodhouse has become a businesswoman. She works long hours in the City of London as a financial advisor. Nothing is more important to her than her work, except for her son, Peter. She loves him very much, and is a very attentive mother. But she doesn't have much time to spend with him. After she drops him off at daycare, she spends the rest of the day working.
So,
She left us.
but she also named her son after us.
Oh.
I don't know if that's sweet or creepy.
Maybe she was
A little bit
already
of both.
pregnant.
It's sweet.
They never. It's not like you went, my beautiful unpregnant girlfriend,
That's
Grace.
Yes. We didn't say those words. You're right.
Those words did not leave our mouth.
How would you feel if you marry someone and then you had a son and then you found out that your son was named after their ex-boyfriend?
You wouldn't find out. That's the solution.
You just don't.
I'll also say, like,
Unturned in stone.
if their ex boyfriend died tragically, I wouldn't mind it necessarily if like they were really connected once upon a time.
That's a nice one, yeah. That's actually kind of sweet.
Got another one for you there, Eric.
I think the question everyone's been asking. Sheena Easton's singing career. Sheena Easton has become a world-renowned singer. She's up for several Grammy Awards for her songwriting, and will probably win them all. God knows. Except the results are for her eyes only.
This is so stupid.
Well, what did you learn, Eric?
You know, I learned, Jesse, that sometimes it may seem like a curse when you take a small child into your home and you're shackled to it. But in the end, you learn you kind of love that child, even if it's kind of furry and turns out to be an inside-out cat. But you can't choose your children. Even if you find them hanging from a basket in a tree, someone's going to take care of it. And sometimes when you think they're dead in the woods, it turns out they're the killer. And you've got to love that child no matter what. Because if you don't, it'll just go out in the woods and shoot itself. So.
That's why
Happy Friday,
kids
everybody.
always carry chalk with you.
Sometimes chalk is the mediator, you know? Sometimes chalk is the thing that lets you, lets you talk with your estranged relatives when they go out to be poets.
That's why they call it talking chalk.
Talk chalk.
So it's got a meta meaning too, because everyone wanted the chalk to be eaten, but as soon as the chalk was eaten, the sky darkened, everyone died. Everyone watching this right now, take a moment to think about this and just ask yourself one simple question: was it worth it? Did you laugh when the chalk was eaten? Everyone's dead.
You killed a baby.
Everyone's parents watching this, do you enjoy this? Sorry.
Alternate ending. We ate the chalk. We ate the chalk. Nah, you are now dead. That was the end of your life.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Now we know, chat. Now we know. Don't eat the chalk.
Yeah.
All right, friends. I'm putting a link here, a new one in
Thank
the
you.
Zoom chat. It took me a while to get this one. This is Sheena Easton's Firefly Mouth, a lovely indie singer-songwriter classic from the mid-'60s. It's a bit acoustic. It's charming. It's beautiful. Was considered for a Bond tune, but they turned it down in favor of Live and Let Die or whatever one she did.
Her
Your
wings
eyes
doing
Yeah, Live and Let Die, the classic Sheena Easton song.
yeah. Sheena Easton and
That actually made her a lifelong feud with Paul McCartney.
she was supposed to do it with Bon Jovi, actually. That took a nosedive. All right, friends. Paul, you're our guest this week, and I know this is a horrifying question to ask, but would you like a verse, chorus, or bridge?
If I may ask one question before that,
Yeah.
are those L's or are those I's? I
Oh,
can't
this is a
copy it for
hard
whatever
one.
reason.
Oh, no. Oh, it's all... first one's an I, third one's an L.
Third
Yeah.
one. Okay.
No,
I see.
I think I put in LDID.
Oh, and did that work? Well, never mind.
Think so, yeah.
Not letting me in no matter which one I do, but I'll keep trying.
It's lowercase L, uppercase D, uppercase I, lowercase d.
Okay.
We should start putting them in the Discord so we can copy paste them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Oh, I should do that, yeah.
Yeah. It's
there we
you
go.
can tell because the uppercase I is at the same low point as the uppercase D. The lowercase letters are slightly higher.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm not too confident in my singing voice, but I want to make an impression. I'll go chorus.
Yeah,
So confident
boy.
in your
All
singing
right.
voice, though. You were so good in the
So
song.
good. It was so good, dude. All right. Eric, what do you want today? Verse,
I don't know. What do you
bridge?
want me to do, Jack?
I could do
why
like a
don't you
Tom Waits gravelly bridge if you want.
Yeah,
do
you-
it. Take
yeah,
a
you
Tom
can.
Waits gravelly bridge, spoken word. Eric, why don't you kick us off with verse 1 then?
Got
and
it.
I'll do verse 2. So it goes me, Paul, then it'll go Eric, Paul, then me, then Paul, and then bridge here will be you, Jesse, and then Paul will take us home with a final chorus. Everybody ready?
Got it.
All right, here we go. Make this a little bit larger so I can read it because that's very helpful. The less scrolling I have to do, the better. All right.
When we first met, you told me you'd never love, that you'd always be free. Then there came a day you turned around and you said to me, I think I'm ready, let's get married.
I came along just at the right time. You were ready, but was I? Could I trap you with a ring? Or would you still soar free? Firefly mouth, can I pull you out? Will you hold tightly against my chest? Will you shine just for me? Or will your light always be too bright?
I remember the day you left. You said you had to get going. You weren't meant to be caged. You're a wild bird after all. The day I let you fly free was the day that I felt the least alone.
I came along just at the right time. You were ready, but was I?
I was always ready.
Could I trap you with a ring? Or would you still soar free? Firefly mouth, can I put you out? Hold you tightly against my chest? Will you shine just for me? Or will your light always be too bright?
Shine your light for me. Warm me when I'm cold. Make everything alright. Even when I hold you too tight. Please don't ever go. Even when my actions show that I don't really know anything at all.
Bring us home.
I came along just at the right
time.
You were ready,
Oh, so ready.
but was I?
But was I?
Could I trap you with a ring?
Just a cage.
Would you still soar free?
Like a bird.
Firefly mouth, can I put you out? Would you hold tightly against my chest? Or will you shine just for me?
Shine just for me, my firefly mouth.
Might always be too bright.
Light up my life. Good thing I brought some sunglasses.
That's right.
Paul, that was awesome.
Wonderful!
That was excellent.
Shut up, you can never be worried again.
That was a wow. Well, my friends, there's nothing else to say except that you can find us at YouTube and Instagram at AI Dungeon Crawlers. Type ! to join our Discord community. And I leave you with this thought from Eden Philpotts. The universe is full of magical things, patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. Happy Halloween, everyone, and good night.